up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kirsty. I'm going to be doing feed-in braids with beads today. I'm starting on fresh, clean hair. I'm going to be using RastAfri's Freedom Silky braiding hair in the color maroon. I used 4 packs of this braiding hair to achieve this cornrow look. I have a total of 5 feed-in cornrows in my head, and I have 2 small cornrows going forward that have beads on them. The first thing that I'm doing is prepping my hair. What you want to do when you're doing feed-in braids is take your braiding hair and separate it. So I'm going to have about 11 to 12 strands of Kanekalon braiding hair, and I'm going to put it on a back of the chair, and in this next clip you'll see exactly what it looks like. Ta-da! So as you can see, the pieces gradually get bigger, and this is exactly what you want for your feed-in cornrows. I'm going to be using Jamaican Mango and Lime Black Castor Oil. This is extra dark. I'm also going to be using Tres Flores Molding Pomade. It's like a gel, but very, very stiff and not super watery. So here I'm just taking some of that castor oil. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my hair and my ends very liberally. I'm not going to be using too much product. Normally, you guys know I like to use a hair moisturizer in cream form, but this time I wanted to try out an oil, and I always have good results with black castor oil, so that's what I went with today. After you apply your castor oil, you're going to go ahead and detangle your section of hair that is going to be your braid. I'm using my Denman brush, but you could use whatever brush you use to detangle. Once your hair is detangled, you're going to go ahead and take your gel. This is the Tres Flores. I'm just showing you guys the consistency and texture of it. It's very solid, thick, and it's not going anywhere, and it won't leave a residue on my hair. So I learned a trick that when you're doing feed-in braids, you want to make sure that you apply the gel not only to that front portion, but along the parting of your section of hair that will be the braid. This is going to ensure that your braid is nice and neat, and you won't have a lot of flyaway hairs. Okay, you guys, so I like to use Pump It Up spritz a lot whenever I wear my cornrows, just because I get a nice, good hold. I am going to spray that Pump It Up spritz onto my brush, and I'm going to use that brush to pretty much lay down any hair in the front that may try to stick up, in the initial process of starting my cornrow. The next thing that you want to do is take your rat tail comb and make a part in the very beginning of your section of hair. This is pretty much going to be your anchor unto which you're going to start your cornrow. So take your first section of RastAfri Kanekalon braiding hair. You're going to pretty much start your cornrow at the very base, and you're going to work your way all the way on down, and you're going to feed in those pieces of hair that we saw earlier, which is going to give you a gradual growth in the braid, and it's going to look very natural. Even though this color is red, it's beautiful, but it's going to look natural, and I can't wait for you guys to see the finished look. Okay, so I know some of y'all are like, oh no, she didn't just speed it up. Yes, you guys, I did speed it up a little bit, but there is a reason. The reason is because I have a dedicated video on how to start a cornrow. I will be posting that on Wednesday evening. So if you are still interested in watching how I personally like to feed in my braiding hair, then please be on the lookout Wednesday evening for that video. You guys saw my picture of my red cornrows today, and oh my gosh, you guys gave me so much love on Instagram. So I had to post the video because y'all were all up in my DMs telling me, hey, can you post a video? We need this tutorial. This look is hot. So here it is. Thank you guys for all of the love and the support and for coming back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's keep moving. Okay, you guys, so here I'm just going to take my rat tail comb and I am going to part out the skinniest little section of hair that I can possibly do. I decided that I didn't want a bunch of small braids in between my big cornrows. My head is just too small for that, and I didn't think it was going to look right. So I decided to only have 2 small cornrows on the outer edge of this middle cornrow. Okay, so once you've parted your hair, you just want to pull that hair back, make sure it matches. You want to add some of that gel, clip down any hairs that may get in your way. Add your beeswax, whatever you need to hold down your hair. I'm using that pomade, and I'm just going to go ahead and start cornrowing my hair. I'm not going to add any braiding hair because this is a specific look that I want. I wanted these braids to look thin, I wanted them to look skinny, and I wanted them to be an accent. I didn't want them to take over the entire look. Now, as you guys will see in a few seconds, I loosened my grip just a little bit, and all of that work, look at it, it came loose. But don't worry, you could save that. Just try to get a hold of all of those legs that you're using to braid, and you can continue moving forward. Take your time and keep moving forward. If you have to start over, then start over. But as you can see, I was able to continue moving on. Okay, so once you braid this cornrow all the way down, you're going to go ahead and move on to the other side of this braid, and you're going to make another skinny part and make another skinny braid to accent this cornrow. Here I'm just showing you guys my other accent braids that I'm adding. I'm going to be making those go forward, and yes, I will be adding in hair. Even though it's a very short part, I am going to add in a tiny little section of hair because I want it to look a little bit natural, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a little bit when I show you the hair. Okay, that's the end of it. I hope you guys like this video. Please comment down below if this style was hot or not. Until next time, stay channeling the beauty that's within inside of you. I'm out.